Okay, let's see how this one looks. This will be a big enlargement. We're going 400. Actually, we're going to remove some bleed. It's a piece of newspaper, so we're going to use that. Going to just add a bit of contrast. Bring that up. I might have to make another print of this because it's really small. Vertically it's small. So it's an interesting one that we've got. It's boring, but anyway, we can make it interesting. What is it? It is a bunch of footy players. Well, actually, it's Aussie Rules football. It's actually called Aussie Rules. And yeah, it's basically called, or in other words, AFL. Now, we do want the man in the middle with the footy, or the football, so we're just going to overlap it a little bit there. But basically, yeah, it's a game of Aussie Rules. My mum brought us up when we were kids to hate rugby league because it was rough, but Mum did have a soft spot for AFL. She thought the blokes were a lot better built, that they looked a lot better, nice and skinny instead of short and stumpy, or should I say stocky? I think stocky is the word for it. Because, yeah, they look a lot more attractive as far as footy players go, and it seems to be less violent than the AFL, because not AFL, than the rugby league. So I'm not an expert on this shit, folks. I know nothing about footy and sport and shit like that. I never got into that stuff. It's not my passion. It's not my interest. I just try to appreciate some points of it and why people enjoy it. You know, I mean, I like to try and get into the headspace of lots of people instead of just trying to think of just me, what I'm interested in. Yes, I'm interested in photocopiers. I'm interested in developing a better copier system. That's my passion. So therefore, football I've got no time for. I've got no time for a lot of things. I've got to think about, I've got to use the time wisely. And for me, I just don't have time for sport or an interest in sport. I'm not interested, nor do I have any time to be interested. So there's more than one reason why I'm just not into sport. But, you know, everyone's different. You know, everyone's got their thing. We can't all be the same. We wouldn't want to have a bunch of Daria Huddies. We don't want more than one Daria Huddy, for example. So we don't want clones of me. Even if there was cloning for humans, I would not want to be cloned, folks. No. I just want to be who I am. I'm who I am, and I'm not expected to be someone else, just as much as I don't expect you peoples to be me. We don't want clones of each other. We want everyone to be individual. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that looks interesting. The grass is gone, but it looks good. I'm wondering where the centre of this AFL job is going to be. That's a good question. That's a difficult one. I'm thinking it's there, where his legs are. But basically, sport is just something I'm not interested in. I used to appreciate the cricket. My parents brought us up to love cricket, and my brother played cricket. And also my mum liked soccer as well. And my brother played soccer when he was young. So there has been a bit of sport in the family, but not a great deal, except my brother. So he played soccer and cricket. But he's not a sportsman anymore. He never developed into one. Let's see how we go. He's got his own interests and his own career. I think most little boys and girls love to go and do a sport when they're young. And but professional sport is extremely punishing on the body as well. So it's probably a good thing my brother never became a professional sportsman, because it does fuck up your body, especially football. So, and even cricket, you don't normally die, but there was a cricketing accident. I don't know who it was, forgot who it was, but sport is very dangerous. There's a lot of injuries, and some deaths as well. But you're probably more likely to die in a car accident than a sporting death, I do think. Don't quote me, folks. But anyway, this is a really busy looking image showing these people having a go at their sport, at their professional level sport. Okay, there we have it. That looks quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.